Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today we're doing the intro for the Beauty A to Z project pan. What's going to be different from last year is that I'm going to do this ×2. So I'm going to have, just like last year, like beauty products that I'm connecting to all of the letters of the alphabet, and I'm trying to meet my goals on them. But then I'm also going to do it again, but with eyeshadows. So I'm going to try to hit pan on a lot of eyeshadows. So there's going to be a lot of products in here. I'm going to try to focus on just a few every month, so there will not be, you know, too much to talk about, I guess, but I hope to get good progress. Hopefully all of this will actually be panned by the end of this year. And yeah, it's always interesting to start something new. I have a lot of easy products in here and I have a lot of hard products in here. So let's go through it. Let's start with the, you know, the common A to Z, you know, with different kind of beauty products first. So I have a little basket of stuff here. Let's go through them. So for the letter A, we have the Active Kohl Cream Mask. These are actually two of them. You know, you take them apart like this and you have two face masks. I think they're just like regular face masks. I don't think it's a peel-off mask or anything. So two masks there. For the letter B, we have a brush cleaner. If you were here last year, you will probably know that I was working on this thing here and I didn't quite reach my goal of finishing it, but I want to finish it up now. For the letter C, we have this Christopher Robin hair scrub. I've never used a hair scrub before, so this will be really interesting. It's not the biggest tub, so I guess I don't have to use it too much to finish it off, but it is something new to me, so that's interesting. We have the Dream Oil. This is from Raw Perfection, so this is for the letter D, Dream Oil. I've used it for, I don't know, 3 months maybe, and there's not that much left in here. As you can see, probably we will have this out in not too much time. Then we have a therapy balm. Actually, we are going to bring in 3 of them in this project, but you know, these are minis. They take about maybe 1.5 to 2 months to finish. So I thought I would go through all of my therapy balms this year, the ones that I have left. So I'm going to try to finish that one off. And as you can see, there's not a lot in here. This is all there is. So very little. And some of these smell amazing. Yeah, I like this one. It's called Escape, but I can't really, I'm not good with scents. I don't really know what it is smelling, but I love the scent. Then we have a whole face sheet mask set. I didn't want to give myself just one sheet mask. I thought that was kind of, you know, I'm already giving myself some easier products in here. But, you know, there are 5 masks in here, so I thought that would be a pretty decent amount for one product. And these are, you know, festive themed. I think this is so cute. I have to show you. So there are 5 sheet masks in here, like I said, and it's like a book. So this is called the Let It Glow Face Sheet Mask book. This is by Sense, and you go through them like a book here. You take them out whenever you want to actually use them, and it's so cute. I love this idea, and it was actually cheaper than buying them separate, so I was like, yes sir, I'm going to have that one. So yeah, that is for the letter F, face sheet mask, face sheet mask book. For the letter G, we have Got to Be dry shampoo from Schwarzkopf. Then we have, for the letter H, the Happy therapy balm. Like that one too. This is much more citrusy. Now we come to a small product, but it will be pretty hard to finish, I feel. I've had this for maybe a year or 2, and I hadn't used this up. I have been trying it out maybe twice or something like that, and then I got 2 full sizes of this in a mystery bag. And yeah, this is an instant foot peeling by Foot Lab Company. Love your feet every day. So this is an exfoliating serum. Instantly softens dry and hard skin on the feet, leaving them refreshed and smooth. I don't remember it doing anything, but you know, you should spray it on your feet and let it be for, you know, a few minutes before you shower. And I find it quite difficult to have something wet on your feet because, you know, you shouldn't be walking around with it. So how am I supposed to do it? Should I be in the shower and just spritz it on and then wait for 2 minutes and then rinse it off? Or like, how would you do that? I don't know what they're thinking. So I don't know. I would probably be in my bathtub and just spray them and then shower. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Then we actually have one sheet mask. This is from Joy Pixels or from Face Facts. This is the Ice Cream Sundae, and you can see they have two names here. Face Facts, Joy Pixels. I chose this for the letter J. I'm not sure. I think this is the company name, but I'm not sure what this is. Anyway, this is called Ice Cream Sundae Repairing Printed Sheet Mask. I thought it was really cute, so I wanted to try that one out. Then for K, we have a cognac sponge. I tried one of these last year. I didn't care for it that much. It's like a sponge. I don't feel the difference. I don't feel like it's like adding anything to a sponge, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but I'm going to use this one. It can only be open for 1 month. No, actually, this one says every 8 to 10 weeks, so I can have this for 2 months open. So I will be sure to use that one a few times at least before it goes into the trash. Now, if you have watched my Plan to Pan video, you will recognize this. This is a lip balm. I'm not sure where it is from because I just ripped the packaging off, you know, from here. It was really beautiful, but I thought I had to take it all off to be able to open it. And it turned out I just had to twist it, but I didn't see those markings or anything. And then I couldn't put the packaging on again. That was some time ago, so I don't remember where this is from. I've used it a couple of times, I think, maybe, but it looks pretty new. Oh, this smells so good. Very citrusy as well. So this is what I have of that one. Love that one so much. I think it takes me about 4 months to finish a lip balm. I have a few going on already, so this will be panned later in the year. Then we have another Gimme product, but it's been such a long time for me to try to pan this. Like I've used this for years, you know. I don't use that much micellar water, but I'm trying to pan this. I only have a little bit left, so it shouldn't be too hard if I just focus more on this. But yeah, without having this in this project, I might not finish it, so we're putting it in a project. So after M, the micellar water, we have the letter N and the Nourishing Foot Cream by Sense. This is from the collection Starry Night. This is pretty big, but not as big as the other one I got out last year, so I think we'll be good with that one, but that is going to take some consideration, some thinking, some, you know, remembering to use. Then we have another mask, but this time it's in a tub. This is for the letter O, the Oskia London Renaissance Mask. Nutriactive Brightening and Resurfacing Mask. And I think this is actually a goldy mask. So it's looking like this. No, I don't think it's this one. Okay, it's not this one. It doesn't look to be too much. Can you see that in the packaging? It almost seems like the product started there. So it seems like there's almost no product. So maybe this will take a lot quicker than I actually thought. Then we have a primer from Essence. This is the Hydrating and Perfecting Primer with SPF 20. I do want to use up my primers with SPF as soon as possible so that I actually get some benefit from the SPF. And I finished one of these in, I think, 2 months or 1.5 months. So I think most of these things I can get out in up to 4 months. but you know, there's a lot of products, so I can't use them all at the same time, and I have a lot of projects as well. So these are not the only things, you know, competing for my attention. Then we have for the letter Q, and I actually have something for each and every letter, just like last year, which is really nice because we do have a rule that for the harder letters, you can actually have a letter in the name. You know, it doesn't have to be the first letter. But I've actually found something that starts with each and every letter. So yeah, that's pretty fun to me anyway. So I did find something for Q, and that is this perfume. This is called Queen of Space. This is a little bit purpley. It almost looks pink here, but yeah, that's how it looks. I don't care that much for the scent, but I think it might be one of those scents that grow on you. Maybe. So I'm going to try to finish this one. I think this might be one of the hardest products to pan, actually. I think there are like 4 products in this project that I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I will get them out, or, you know, how long it will take. So I will definitely be trying to work them into a routine so that I can get at least some progress every month. Then we have the letter R. We have the Body Shop Peppermint Reviving Pumice Foot Scrub. So yeah. Whoa. It smells really minty actually, but it looks very oily at the top. Interesting. Not what I expected at all. I don't know what I expected, but I don't know. Peppermint, of course, maybe it should be like a minty scent, but I guess I didn't think of peppermint being mint. I don't know, but I was surprised. Maybe I shouldn't have been. Then we have the letter S, and we have this Stardust Skies Whipped Body Butter from Amina Skincare. I like this, but it has a tendency, like I can't use much at all because it's an overwhelming scent. And it feels so weird because if I just smell it, I'm like, oh, I really like this. But if I take too much on my body, it's just way too much. I smell so much and so sweet. Not a good sweet scent, it's just too much, you know? But I have used it a bit, so this is where we're at. But this has been open for such a long time and I need to finish it off. Usually I just use it on the tip of my nose whenever I'm really dry. And this is such a moisturizing product, so I don't need much of it. I can also use it on my elbows and stuff, but I don't get dry there a lot, so I don't know. I've been using it on my legs as well before going to sleep a few times to get that dent that we actually do have, but the scent does tend to, you know, just overpower the room, so I don't want to use much of that. So I need to use it more often instead of much of it, if you know what I mean. Then we come to T. We have a therapy balm. This is the last one, I promise. This is the De-Stress Therapy Balm from Centered. So I don't think this was... I don't love this one. It's okay, but you know, the other ones I actually love. So those 3 should take me about like a maximum of 6 months to use, but I am working on another one in another project, and these 4 are the last ones in my collection, so I just want to use them up and be done with that whole category. Then we have for the letter U, and I chose Ursula. If you have seen The Little Mermaid, this is the Sea Witch, and it's a peel-off mask. Trying to use those up. For V, we have a volumizing shampoo from Maria Nila. This is only 100 ml, so it shouldn't take too long for me to finish up. I have used some of her like dry shampoos. I don't love them, so I hope this one is better. Then we have another hair product, and this is from We Are Paradox. And this is the Repair 3-in-1 conditioner, hair mask, or finishing cream. I got it in a subscription box. I really liked it, so I bought a few more. So I do have a few of them. I've only used it as a conditioner before, so maybe I will try the other ways of using it, maybe as a hair mask or finishing cream, but we'll see, we'll see. But that is for the letter W for We Are Paradox. For the letter X, and yes, I actually found a product for the letter X, and that is from the brand X by Margot. This is the Hold My Hand hand cream. I wonder if I have actually used one up before, because I know I got two, but I'm not sure if I gave one away or if I used it up. I think I should have remembered if I actually used it up. Anyway, I'm going to try to finish that one. Hand creams takes a long time for me to pan, so wish me good luck on that one. So we're almost done with this part. For the letter Y, we have the Yognog from Lush. This is a shower gel. As you can see, maybe, it actually has a lot of shimmers in here, so it's really beautiful, but I don't think, it doesn't smell very much. And I don't mind, like, it smells a little bit. It has a faint smell. I don't care it that much, but it's very beautiful with all of that shimmer. And for the last letter, we have Z. And it's interesting. Some of these letters, I'm like, oh, these are so hard. How am I supposed to find something on these letters, you know, Z? But last year I didn't have ZZ. Now I do. Now I have a lot of products from ZZ. So from my last subscription box, I got a lip gloss. This is only 1.8 grams. Now, if you were with me, oh, this is so beautiful. If you were with me last year, maybe you have seen me pan 2 little mini lip glosses. They were like this big. Like, I'm not kidding. It was half this size, or maybe even a third of this size. It contained 2 grams. This is only 1.8. It's so crazy to me that, you know, some containers contain so little and some contain so much. But this is really beautiful, and I am working on 2 really, really old glosses. So it was just nice to have something new, and I think I can finish it because it doesn't contain so much. So that was my last product in here, but that was just the first part of this project. Now let's go through all of the letters once again, but with eyeshadows. So my goal for this year is to hit pan in all of my palettes with eyeshadow in them, and that's why I'm doing this project. So none of these palettes contain a pan in them, and this is to help me reach that goal. I have chosen mostly really, really simple colors. Maybe it's not going to be that interesting, but for me it is, okay? For me it is. So let's start off with Afternoon Tea. This comes from the palette Sparkling Rosé by Makeup Mecca. So the Afternoon Tea is actually this, oh, you can see I have the film on still. It's this beige shade here. Oh, this is such a pretty palette. I would love to use this like as a whole palette in my Level Up project pan or something. But you know, I needed to find products that fit with the letters. So this had the A in the Afternoon Tea. So that's what we got. Then for B, we have the Best Year Ever 2018. I am working on Marshmallow. I have a little bit of a dip going on already. I am using it currently, so I'm trying to hit pan on that until the next update. I have actually touched a few of these colors before, so it's not totally like brand new for me anymore. And then we have C1, and that is from the ZC Fireworks palette with a cat on. Like, look at this packaging, it's magical. And then this is how the palette looks. It's so thick, but it feels so luxurious. So the shade C1, look at this as well. So C1 is A, B, C. So this is the first one here. This is a light pink, or almost like a purpley pink. I love how this looks. Next up, we have the letter D. We have the Daring Nude palette from Catrice. I want to pan B2, which is this kind of purplish shimmer here. It's darker than the ones I've shown you before, so I think they will go pretty well together. Then we have the Bite Size from e.l.f., and I'm going to try to pan this first shade here. It's like a pinky going to like a beigey brownie tone. This was a lot darker than, you know, the spoiler pictures I saw, so I thought it was going to be a lot lighter. This is a very dark palette, I think. So I haven't used it at all much. I don't know if I've only swatched it or if I tried to use it once. I'm not sure. But I'm going to try to hit pan on that. This palette is called Berry Bad. Next up, we have Fireworks from ZC. I'm not sure about the name because it says like fireworks, but it says that on several of their eyeshadow palettes. And on their website, this is actually called the Scarab palette. So I'm not sure what's up with that either. But anyway, I want to pan C3. So let's see what that is. So this is the palette. So the C3, A, B, C. So it's this one, this sparkly shade here. Then we have the shade Graceful, and that comes from this palette, the Pro Peach Origin by Catrice. And that is, oh, I haven't even opened this one, like, so I'm going to do that later. But it's this one right here. So this is kind of a taupey, champagne-ish color. It's really, really nice. I hope it's nice on the lids as well because it looks gorgeous. Then we have, again, from this palette, I want to hit pan on Halo. As you can see, I've actually used it a bit as well. So we actually have two shades from this one, and I'm okay with that. I couldn't find something else on that letter from like newer palettes that I don't already have pan in, so I'm okay with that. Then we have a face palette, but it contains eyeshadow, so I still want to hit pan in it. This is from Makeup Mecca, the signature full face multi-use palette, and it's the shade If It Sparkles, It's Mine. And it's this first shade here. It's almost like the other one I showed you, but this is more of a taupe, I would say, a taupe shimmer. It's like a light brownish shimmer. So like that one as well. I'm very excited for many of these colors. Then we have the Otisai Elva 2 Mini Ocean Palette, and I want to hit pan on the shade Jellyfish. So that's the silver right here. If you can see that, yeah, this silver. I'm actually panning one of their other mini palettes right now in my Level Up project pan. And I love these shimmers. They're toppers, but you know, if you just, you know, dig a little bit out, you can get a lot on your finger and it can have such a nice impact. So that's for the letter J. Now we get to the letter K. And we have this Juvia's The Saharan palette, and I want to hit pan on the shade Katsina. Which one is that? Oh, it's this brown here. Not very interesting, but I guess I can have it in my brows. From LH Cosmetics, the Shimmer Saga, I chose the shade Love. And you know, when I'm trying to find this palette, because I got this in an advent calendar, and I was like, people are talking about this and it seems like it's very expensive. And I looked it up, and the cheapest I could find was on a sale, and it cost like $50 for 4 shades. That's crazy. How can, like, do they sell any of these full price? Because even as nice as this looks, and there are multi-chromes and stuff, however nice it looks, 4 shadows for $50, it's like, that's bonkers. and I know that Charlotte Tilbury does that too, and I'm like, who would ever buy that? Like, I don't know. Like, I love getting them in subscription boxes and advent calendars, but you know, I would never, ever, ever pay that much for that small of a palette. Like, you can get 2 really big, good palettes for that kind of money. Or 1 big, like you can almost get a Natasha Denona palette for that price. Okay, maybe they're $70, but you know, you get a big palette for that. So I don't get the price, but I'm very excited to try that one out and see if it's, you know, that special that I might change my mind. Who knows? Then we have from Makeup Mecca again, we have the Warm Breeze from Back to the Basic Burnt Tones. This is another beige shade, this one up here. Like I said, some of these are not very interesting, but I have to hit pan on all of them, and I have other projects out there, and you know, I'm just trying to hit pan on all of my palettes. So excuse me if it's not going to be the most interesting, you know, intriguing color story in the end, but you know, it is what it is. So next up we have the Natural Matte by Too Faced, and I chose the shade Natural Matte. No, Cashmere Bunny, sorry. This one right here. It's a cool brown, and this will go perfectly in my eyebrows, I think. So I'm happy about that. Then we have the Oden's Eye Elva 2 Mini Sky Palette. And okay, this one is a little bit interesting. So we have this purple light here. Really nice. But these are so deep, and yeah, it's very vibrant. So we'll see how I do on that one. Then we have another Oden's Eye palette. This is the Norns palette. I am choosing to try to hit pan on Pink Chameleon. I think this is a white one actually. So yeah, this is the Pink Chameleon. This is a duochrome. It looks white here, but it kind of shifts pink, I think. So I don't think that will be too hard to hit pan on, which is nice. Then we have for the letter Q, and this was hard. I chose a cute palette. See what I did there? A cute palette. From ZC, I have the Ice Cream palette. Isn't this cute? This is a quad, and it looks like this. And I actually like this color story a lot. I'm not sure it will fit my eyes, but I'm going to try to hit pan on this one. I have to see what kind of color it is, because it looks like blue and like a peachy color. So let's see how they look together. So, whoa, this is actually kind of white, a white shimmer. Oh, let's see if we can see that. So I don't see the blue at all in this. So I think that's going to be really easy to hit pan on actually, and really easy to use and incorporate into many looks. Next up, we have the Revolution palette Reloaded, and I want to hit pan on this one straight in the middle. It's a shimmery, kind of dark purple, I would say, but I think it's gorgeous. I will really like to use this one. And Revolution is a very cheap brand, so I'm thinking it should be pretty shallow. So I hope it's going to be pretty easy to hit pan on that one. Then we have the Silver from Bare Necessities. This is from Phase Zero. This is a face palette as well. And I want to hit pan on this silver one right here. I don't know how deep they are, but I'm thinking I love silvers. And if nothing else, I can use just the silver one, maybe in the winter time next year or something. Who knows? Then we have the Trifle Cosmetics. It's a very small one, small palette. This is the Praline palette, and I want to hit pan on the gold shade right here. So as you can see, I haven't really used it, so this will be interesting. All of these are so intimidating to me, all of these shades. So I was like, okay, which one is the least intimidating? I think it's the gold one, which I would not say a year ago, because golds and coppers, not my thing. Now I really enjoy it actually. I don't know about this gold one, you know, it depends on what gold it is, but anyway. Then we have a very big palette. Whoa. And I think I'm going to work on this pretty soon, because I want to hit pan on some of these palettes so I don't get them in my level up project pan. This would be a nightmare to get there, because it's like 40 shades in here. You know, whenever I level up, I will level up to level 4, which means I have to hit pan on 4 shades and use all the other shades 4 times. This is not a palette you want to do that with. That would take forever. And so I'm going to, you know, really try to hit pan on the bigger palettes and then maybe the really small palettes, because if I would get this in level 4, I would have to hit pan on all shades. So I would have no say in it. I would have no alternatives, you know? So I think I'm going to really try to focus on those palettes that I don't want in my level up project pan. But anyway, in this one, I chose this very dark brown shimmer that is called Unveil. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That will make a good outer V, I think. So yeah, we have 4 or 5 left. Okay. Next up, we have the Verdandi palette by Odin's Eye again. And I want to hit pan in Say Yes. Which one is that? Okay, so instead of taking another, you know, silver or blue, I choose this one, which is like an orangey, peachy tone. So that one does look a little bit different and is a little bit fun. So, you know, some fun shades. And then we have a wool ball from the Saga of Freya, another one of Odin's Eye. And it's this one right here. So you can see it looks really, really interesting. It looks like a purple with like orangey shifting. Oh, it's a gold. It's a gold. Mixed together, it's a gold. I think it's so weird, you know? I can clearly see blue and purple shades and an orange, and suddenly it's just a gold. Like, why? I wanted the purples and peaches. I mean, I can use this, so it doesn't matter that much, but it's so sad when such an interesting looking shade isn't that interesting when I use them, you know? So we have 3 letters left, and as you can see in my eyeshadow edition, I couldn't meet my goal of, you know, finding something that started with each and every one of the letters. So for the letter X, we have the shade Chillax from W7, the Cool Down again. So again, from this palette, but the X is actually in the actual name. I want to take this off, but, you know, can't right now. So it's this shade right here. It's a brown one. Another brow shade, I guess. We'll see. Some of these I will use in my crease as well, I think. Then we have another one from the Signature palette by Makeup Mecca. And I chose the You're Worth It. It's the little bit more goldy champagne. So we have this kind of taupey one and this leaning towards more gold. So I'm going to try to hit pan on both of those. And for the last one, we have from ZC, this palette. It isn't called anything on the back, like 03 or something. Looks like that. But, you know, I don't know if it's called like Sphinx or something like that. So I want to hit pan on the shade D3. So, looks like this. So it's going to be A, B, C, D, 3. So it's going to be another brown matte. So those are all of the colors I'm going to try to hit pan on in this project. Wish me good luck, because I have to hit pan on, you know, 2 to 3 palettes every single month to meet this goal. It's going to be a lot, but we live for a challenge, don't we? So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and then I'll see you in the next one, which will not be this long. I can almost guarantee that. Almost. So I hope you'll have an amazing evening, and then I'll see you next time. Bye!